I always get asked, Aaron, what if it actually all happened? What if everything you're working up to came true and that moment is yours and you did everything you wanted and dreamed of and you're that artist on stage, you're the biggest singer, you know, you're pushing for disability rights and doing everything through music, creatively expressing yourself. They always ask me, what if it happens? Okay, but what if it doesn't happen? That's my question. I'm a realist. And unfortunately, that means asking these questions. What if it don't happen? Yeah, you know what? It would be absolutely fucking lovely for all of this to happen. It would be incredible that I'd be able to pour my heart and soul into music, into creative expression, into advocating for rights and disability advocacy, you know, as a job, as a career. That would be incredible. I would love to be able to sing on shows. You know, be an artist, be one of the biggest, being able to do what I love and do what people always told me I was really bad at, singing for people, you know, for the world, on stages, doing the things that I would literally wish I was doing at 6 years old, even though I couldn't do it at 6 years old. And yes, that would be such a beautiful, gorgeous blessing to have. And I'm working every single day up to that point to get to where I want to be. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, as one may say. I am doing everything that I need to, and I'm pushing hard. I am, you know, I'm looking at how I can use music to create that creative expression, to use that as art, to create meaning. But what if I do all of that and it genuinely just leads to fucking nothing? Have I ever thought of that? Yes, I have thought of that. Part of that was like why I never actually started content in the first place, because I was like, you know what, there are millions of people doing this every single day. I think it's like 150,000 songs are uploaded every day on Spotify. What's the point? What's the point in joining that crowd, that facade? And so yeah, I do think about a lot of the time, what if it doesn't work out? I am here doing what I love and I'm building up, and everyone says building up is the hardest part. Starting and getting to a certain level is the hardest part, and then it should be easy and smooth sailing afterwards. That is true, but there is a reason why so many people fail. And your hands lie in the Instagram algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, the TikTok algorithm. And no, this is not me going on a rant about how rigged the algorithm is. I don't believe the algorithms are rigged. I believe the algorithm rewards consistency and authenticity, and that's what I'm here to do. Speak what's on my mind, and I don't care. I'm trying to not associate with what I post to how many people watch it. I'm posting what's on my mind and the stuff people nobody talks about. I can't speak the stuff people nobody talks about. That's what I want to do. And so a lot of my music, a lot of my creative endeavors, and a lot of what I wanted to do as an artist is to share my life through song, story, and music, and advocation, and share my story of my disability and, you know, the bullying and everything that happens in a life. I want to express that in song and music. And sometimes I actually get confused and I kind of have this kind of crisis of like, what am I doing? What am I actually doing? I'm 19 years old. Why am I sitting on the front of a camera talking? And yes, you know what? I find it so beautiful that I'm able to kind of use my platform and use use the ability to post on social media as a way of expressing my life in ways that I would never be able to before. You know, I can freely talk about my disability, freely talk about the things that influenced me and, you know, really shaped my life. And it's so beautiful to be able to do that, but also it's like, what am I doing? That's not me saying I'm quitting or whatever. Like, no, I'm never quitting. But also then it's like putting myself out there, being this raw and vulnerable to amount to nothing, then what? Because yeah, it could all work out. I would love for it to work out, and I'm gonna make it happen. 99.9% of this is in my hands, and that 99.9% is really going to be fulfilled and maximized. That 0.1%. There could be such a big chance where I do the biggest thing that I can do, the thing that's most important to me, the way I can express it, the way I do it through art, social media, music, songwriting. And yeah, you know what? It would be so beautiful for me for myself to creatively express that, to kind of have that feeling in this art form. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. I'm doing it for me, you know, originally, like the whole concept of videos originally, they're for me to talk about my stuff. It's the things I want to do, the things I want to express, the things I want to sing about, I want to write about. But I also, you know, part of wanting to be a singer and an artist and a performer on stage and getting to where I want to be down the line 10, 20 years is having reception. And obviously, you know, you shouldn't be talking about that, shouldn't be talking about this and that, but I am going to talk about it. Fuck it. What if I do all of that and amount to nothing and nobody gives a shit? I just tried to make up 2 swear words at the same time. What if I do all of that and nobody gives a shit or a fuck? Not a shufk, or shuck, or whatever I said. What if? So yeah, the question does lie. What if it happens? Yes, what if it happens, but what if it doesn't happen? What if it falls through the cracks like a pavement? You know, like a pound coin falling through the cracks of a pavement, rigid and you know, lost forever, unattainable, unviewable, invisible even. What if that is me? What if that is my content? What if that's everything I'm working for amounting to absolutely nothing? And these are pretty nasty thoughts to give myself. Very nasty thoughts to give myself, because I deserve to do this for me and to deserve to do this to inform, engage, and, you know, create a community of people who may have felt the same way and need that artistic release. That's such a beautiful thing, and that's really my main thing with music. You know, I grew up a lot on pop songs. I grew a lot on that kind of radio music, and recently I've been really getting into, especially in the decade, is this singer-songwriter thing, very much of the raw vulnerability of stuff, and I find so much relation into that, so much love and so much kind of me in it. It feels so me, it feels so personal to listen to an artist pour their guts and love and hate and you know, all these feelings, these big feelings that nobody wants to talk about, and they do it through song. And that's what I'm here to do. I want to talk about the highs, the lows, and everything in between, and through that in song medium is such a gorgeous concept. And to be able to perform that into front of others would be such an incredible thing. But then it's also like that underlying question of, what if it doesn't work out? What if I am so close to the cusp of glory and freedom and everything in between, and then everything goes, because it's as likely as everything going up to the sky. It's just as likely. So yeah, that's my little rant. Because I know that other people feel like this. I know that people who have such big aspirations in their life don't live up to them, or they want to live up to them, but some factors aren't letting them do it. And it's such a hideous thing that, like, there are external factors that influence your success, you know. I think it's such a bittersweet concept. It's such a bittersweet feeling that's like, you've poured your blood, sweat and tears and everything into a passion project, and you want the world to see it, and you want everyone to see it, and yes, you are doing it for you at the base of the heart, but also you do want that recognition, you do want people to notice, and then for it to get paid dust, you are then going to think, what the hell am I doing this for? I'm so close to the edge of glory, but where is the glory that I've been seeking for at the end of the cave? Where is that light at the end of the tunnel? Tell me where it is. And I'm so scared that will be me one day, and I'm hoping that I won't, and I'm gonna make that 99.9% chance of me actually using my effort, you know, that 99% chance, not 99% chance, that 99.9% me, my output, my input into this, into what I wanna do. However, that reliance of the 0.1%, that is out of my control. So, there's a little food for thought.